Partly as well, we rely very heavily on agents to steer us in the right direction, and I suppose, just to be really candid, there are agents that are just sat at a desk, clicking a button and submitting their clients on Spotlight, and then there are those agents that are, picking up the phone and really pitching and sending us material, and they are really, they're helping, and the truth is that when that happens, their clients are more likely to get in the room. I think it also comes down to trust. You build relationships with agents over time based on trust, based on
Mm.
previous submissions that have worked out well, and also, um, I think it comes down to taste as well, and every casting office is different, and everyone has a different taste. And you know I like something very, um very detailed, and I like a very nuanced and smart performance. Some people like something a little broader. It really varies, and so I'm relying on the agents, and that feeds into agents taking you out to the theatre to see their clients, or taking you to film screenings, or sending um, showreel footage clips. And not just the Spotlight submissions. There are a whole other multitude of ways we might meet actors, people that are unrepresented that have written in, that we might think, okay, well, we don't know their work, let's give them a chance and see what they can do. Actors that I've met doing workshops have have come in for meetings and have subsequently been cast. Um, a whole, actors whose work I've seen in the theatre, even if I'm not um, with their agent. Um, I watch a hell of a lot of television and film as well. Um, so I kind of try and
I guess you've always got your casting hat on, would be the thing,
yeah,
right? A little bit.
I think we all do. And I just I try and watch as much as I can. Um, and I think that's um part of the responsibility of the job, is to have really an encyclopedic knowledge of as many actors as you can that are working, or even not working at any given time, and knowing what people are up to the point where you don't need to call and ask their agent, because they're not available, because they've got a semi-reg on a TV series, and that option's just been picked up. Or you get to know people's lists
Mm.
um, very well, especially those that are in constant contact, or aggressively pitching their clients on the phone.
And I mean, that's a thing, right? The agent has always been important, but if anything, more so now than ever, because there's a different vibe for an actor to reach out to you versus an agent to pitch the actor. It's just by default. Not that actors, I guess, aren't welcome to, as you were saying, send their stuff in, especially if they're unrepresented.
Yeah.
But really, I guess, if we're being sort of candid about it, it's the agent casting relationships that you're looking at to say, okay, well, that agent reps that person. I trust that agent's taste aligns with my taste, and it's more of a thing from that perspective, I guess, right?
It is, and I guess as well, it's just a kind of filtration system, really, because if every actor was writing into us, I mean, we'd have thousands, hundreds of thousands of emails every day. I mean,
Mm.
it would be impossible. So there has to be some sort of um, process, I guess, in that sense. I mean, I don't mind actors writing in at all, and I really do try and read everyone's emails, and watch everything that everyone sends, and unfortunately that's not always possible. um I think, though, also, when you're signing with an agent, you have to trust them. You have to trust that they're doing a good job for you, because I think if you trust your agent, there's no need to reach out directly to a casting director per se.
Mm,
And I think that some agents probably find that when actors do that, especially if they are doing a good job for them, it kind of undermines them in a way.
mm,
So when actors ask me about writing, and I always say, I think if you're represented, that's a conversation you should, in the first instance, have with your agent, and figure out a way that works for both of you so that they don't feel undermined or they don't feel like you're undercutting them, but also so that you feel like you're still being productive.
yeah.
And it's
And
all about
yeah,
balance.
you're working together. It's not, you don't work for them, they don't work for you.
No, it's a
It's a
partnership.
partnership.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I mean, I know I've found, I'm sure many have, sometimes you have to go through a few agents, like it's again, like dating. Eventually you go through
Go
a
through a
few.
few frogs to find your prince.
Exactly. And then eventually you find, and the prince isn't always what you expect or the biggest, flashiest one with a Lambo. That myth we can break now. Like, it's maybe the one you just vibe with better.
Of
And
course.
that's the main thing. Is it's definitely more about that than, you know, what does their business card say per se? How do they
Yeah,
fit with you?
absolutely. And some of the agents that I have, the best and strongest relationships are running small boutique agencies.